always find cars that spend 1,800.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Cause it's like for us, it's different, you know, cause it's gotta be the
Yeah,
right
you can't.
car. It can't just be any car. So it's like not only do it's gotta be in the right region, it's gotta be paying the right money. It's gotta this, it's gotta that, it's gotta this,
All
it's
right,
gotta
Deja,
that.
let me start recording since no one is in yet.
Okay.
You know, people can hear this conversation.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Hello, everyone. This is Damian Stevens with DZR Logistic, co-hosting today for Mr. Calvin Butler with the RBBS network. And today we're going over auto haul. So anyone have all their questions, and I'll sure to answer it as best as I can. Okay, so let me do it. And all the people on Facebook, welcome you guys, and the other Facebook groups, welcome you guys to our Monday student help and student training. If you guys have any question as well, you could send a message and we will surely reply to your questions. Right? And Miss Deja, you had a question you were asking. You could go ahead and ask again for me.
Um. Yeah. I was just asking. Do you think it's enough room in the market, basically,
Yes, it
for
is.
a lot of
I mean,
people?
it's a very wide market. You always find car people posting car 24/7 on your ship. So yes, it's the market is very, very wide where everyone can make money.
So another thing that because I haven't really used U ship, but what do you think about using U ship for box trucks?
Um,
Do you think that could work?
I, I I never really mess with the box trucks. I've seen stuff pop up as far as people relocating and so forth. I don't really mess with that stuff. I just stick to
Right.
cars, just straight out of Holland.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like for the rest of us that are doing dispatching and stuff like that, using U ship because I know they move like furniture or things in
Yes.
residential areas, so they really don't need big trucks. So I was just wondering, would that be good for us that do have box trucks or hot shots? Do you think that maybe some of those things that they post on there we can use for our straight trucks, or we got like sprinter vans or something like that? Would that be possible?
Well, remember, UShip is a platform. So if you could win a bid where you have enough money to pay the driver what the driver want plus pay yourself, you could go ahead and do it. It's all up to you.
Mm,
Me personally, I don't do it.
mm,
Maybe in the future, but right now, no, I just stick to
just to
auto.
auto haul.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah. Because I know for the most part their delivery dates are pretty far out, right? Like they have them like weeks in it or a week in advance.
no,
Or no?
no, customers usually put list their pickup date and their delivery date.
Okay.
Me honestly, what I do with my customers, you don't want to guarantee a customer a pickup and delivery date,
Okay.
because you have carrier who do a lot of stops, and pickups.
Right.
So what I do, I talk to a customer and say, I'll try my best to meet your time frame dates,
Right. So
but
give them like
because
a
I
window.
do a lot of pickups and drop offs, I don't want to guarantee you an exact pickup date, but I try my best to do
Right.
it within the time frame.
Okay. So the most of the people that's posted on YouShip are just regular people,
Yes,
some
it
car
regular
dealerships.
people. It's regular people. I so far I haven't done anything for a car dealership
Mm,
as yet. All of my clients so far has been just regular people who want their car relocated.
gotcha. Okay. Well, it's a good idea. You know what? I was thinking about how they have some of like the moving groups and stuff on Facebook
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. I was thinking maybe that would be a good place for you to advertise too. You know, like where people are moving and um Like, cause that's basically what it is. Like I lived in Detroit, Michigan,
Mhm.
and my family moved all the way to Las Vegas, and so we did have to get our car shipped over there.
Okay.
And so we were looking for resources, but back then we didn't know about U-Ship. A lot of people don't even know about U-Ship.
Well, that's true. Me, my website lists exactly what I do as far as relocating cars.
Mm-hmm.
I list that I provide services for family that is relocating, dealership, auctions, private individuals. So all that stuff I list on my website. I get called from people who visit my website. I don't know how they find my website, but I get called even from
Right.
carriers. Got a few calls from carriers and auto haul already last week.
So what do you think is like some other good places to find those type of customers besides U-Ship?
I guess just advertise your website.
Okay.
Um, you know, just promote your website. Really, I haven't do much with my website as yet, as far as marketing and I receive few calls.
Okay.
And I walk with my business cards anytime I see. I mean, I live here where a lot of the snowbirds go in and out, and I walk with my business cards, and I always hand them out. If I see a carrier on the road, offloading car, freight car, I give them my business card and ask them
That's
for
nice.
theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just to kind of build my clientele.
Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Like I said, wait, is anybody listening?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, some other people in here. I guess I'll leave some room for
So,
other people to join in.
yeah, anyone have any question about auto haul? They could go ahead and ask whatever information you need if you're interested in, becoming an auto hauler or a dispatch for auto haul. Another thing is, I don't remember who in the group sent me a carrier for auto haul, and I did contact him. Thanks to the person for that. I don't remember who it was. So I have that guy now willing to run, but he want to stay within his state. So someone, someone in the background, mute if they can mute their mic. Hello. Try to see who this is here. Someone in the background with their music. You could please mute the mic. Thank you. So who do we have on here today? No one. Anyone have questions? Anyone on Facebook? Let's see. What if I have Facebook? What Facebook going on with here?
I do have a question. This is Jonathan.
How you doing, Jonathan?
All right. So I registered with
Hold
Central
on 1 second.
Dispatch last.
Hold on one
Sure.
second, Jonathan. Someone in the background playing music and it's kind of interrupting the recording. All right, go ahead, Jonathan. Sorry.
So I registered with Central Dispatch last week,
Mhm.
and I spoke with them, and it's going to take a couple of weeks for me to go through the process. But in the meantime,
Mhm.
I was on U-Ship, and so I was kind of going through um, the different
Mhm.
quotes and everything. And to be honest, I almost sing you on all of them. I mean, I'm going from state to state, and I see you like everywhere. So my question is, once more people from this network gets registered with Central Dispatch, is there? I mean, we're all using the same strategy. So I guess how what is the best way to work together? Because it could be easily just us underbidding each other.
I mean, well, it's just business, really. You know, it's whosoever get that contract. You know, I mean, the usual platform is so big. I don't think everyone on RBBS making bid can can fulfill all of the requests that they have on there. So I think it's a very wide market for
Okay.
all of us and more
Okay.
people.
So when you say, being able to handle the bid, you mean as far as having carriers or what? What do you mean by that? Being able to handle the
No,
bid?
winning the bid.
Oh, winning the bid.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, once you win the bid, because once you win the bid, then you look at the car information that you want to make sure that you have the car information, because when you once you post that on central dispatch, you have to make sure the carrier is seeing the correct, because you don't want a car that's been modified which lift 10 feet in the air, and once I seen a 2015 pickup truck, he's just thinking that it's a standard truck. So all of that information you want to get
So
from the shipper.
I've seen that, you've had a lot of success
Mhm.
being fairly new. And when I look on there, there are a lot of companies who have, reviews
Mhm.
and all that stuff. So I'm assuming, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm assuming you're getting a lot of these bids because you are providing the lowest bid.
Um, yeah, it's a part of it. It's who have the lowest bid win, but you as a new service provider, that also, I have a lot of cancellation because of, I don't have a lot of reviews, or I don't have enough stars. Just that, I'm a new company on Uship, so, but I don't really care about it, because keep moving on, because these guys that's on there, I guarantee when they start, they didn't have any
Right, right.
ratings. So you just have to keep pushing yourself. I mean, trust me, I did so wonderful for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Don't want to say numbers, but I'm telling you, I did pretty good.
Okay. And so so you've been on there for a total of
I'd
what,
say
three
it's a
weeks?
little bit over a month now.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, with Central Dispatch, I've been on Uship for probably about 3 months, just feeling it out and see what it's all about. But on Central Dispatch, I'll say a little bit over a month and 2 weeks, or a week and a
So are
half.
you reaching out to like used car dealerships, rental car dealerships, or you just focusing on just
No,
U
I haven't
ship?
started reaching out to the car dealerships yet, because I'm doing the Uship and Central Dispatch plus dispatching for my
Okay.
3 guys on freight. So I haven't made that step yet. I'm just getting the feel of Uship and dispatch,
Okay.
because I'm still fairly new. And again, I do get a lot of customer that deny me because of
hmm
no ratings. But
Okay. All right.
understand. Yeah, you're welcome. Anyone else have any question? No one else?
Well, how long was your process before you got accepted onto this to Central Dispatch?
Um, I'll say
Okay.
about 2 weeks.
Okay. And you
Week
received a
or
phone
two.
call?
Yeah, I received a phone call because I submit all my once you sign up, my website and my
hmm
LLC information, and I guess they look over it to make sure, okay, this business is a legit business. So they called me and did a quick interview, and
Do you
I was on there.
do you
I
mind
did
do
a
you
bit
mind sharing
of
some of the questions?
honestly, they didn't ask me much, because I'm guessing it's because I provide a lot of information that
Okay.
they really require. They asked me about really what is my business about, and how did I hear about did I hear about central dispatch and so forth, but they didn't ask me much question, probably
Oh,
two, three
okay.
questions the most. And I think the reason for that is because they see
Mm-hmm.
my website and my LLC is active and my EIN is all good. 'Cause trust me, they
Okay.
check
Oh,
all of that.
okay.
All of that before they
Okay.
call you.
Thank you.
So, you know, some people might not be lucky, getting 2, 3 questions. Some people, they may ask more. I don't know. Did I answer your question, right?
Yep, you did. Thank you.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I mean, it is a great platform. I mean, eventually I'm gonna start going out probably about the next week, start reaching out to the dealers and and so forth, just try to build my clientele. But it's very simple. Sometimes I may have cars that the customer deadline, and that's one of the reasons why I said that. Once you talk to a customer, you can always say, hey, you don't want to guarantee you a pickup date because carrier make multiple stops,
Oh,
drop off and pick up. So, but you always try to meet
and do
your
you
deadline.
input that into your contract, or that's something that you just communicate with them?
No, I just communicate with them because honestly, I'm not
Okay.
sure if they even read the contract. Yeah, I'm not even sure, but in my contract, I basically have my pickup will be within 7 days, drop off will be within
Okay.
5 days. That's what I have in my contract, and a few more stuff where I list that customers should always have a designated area for pickup for the carrier.
Okay.
So few stuff like that I have because you don't want to have a driver go to a community
Mm-hmm.
where the truck can't maneuver. So you can always relate that to the customer.
All right. So have you ever had an issue of winning a bid on you ship and then not being able to find a carrier to move
It
the
it
car?
happened twice, and that's one of the reasons why that was, because I guess the customer they wanted the car picked up at an earlier date than what I have in my contract. And what makes it so funny, the two that canceled the same day they canceled, it's the same day that I have the carrier
Mm-hmm.
that I have carrier call me to pick up 2 vehicles. So those were the 2 incidents on there where I
Okay.
have cancellation. Hopefully that's it.
Okay. Okay.
You want to stick to the lower part of the United States. I start going out because I start getting to learn just learn the business.
Mm-hmm.
I start choosing cars at the upper side of the United States,
Okay.
because what also with the carriers, I get the carrier information who have transported car for me, and I ask them the lane that they run. So what I do, I look for
I
cars
see.
that's running in their lanes. You know, so once I get the bid, I could just call the carrier and say, hey, I have this coming out of here. Do you want it? And he say yes. I just go ahead and
So
dispatch
when
that car
you
over to him.
initially find a carrier, you you
No,
give them your
I
dispatch
don't.
agreement, correct?
You don't really. Once you post
Mm-hmm.
the car on Central Dispatch, all the carriers that traveling that route go see that bid. So they're gonna call you. But no, I don't give carrier any dispatch
So none of
agreement.
your carriers. So you have no dispatch agreement with any other carriers?
No, no.
Okay.
Auto haul is a little bit different from the regular freight
Okay.
because once a customer pays, the money is held into we call it like an escrow account.
Mm-hmm.
once the carrier picked up the car and deliver it, then the customer releases that money, or you can ask the customer they receive a PIN code that you put in to release the money. And another thing, when posting a car on Central Dispatch, you want to make sure that you post let the carrier know that you're going to receive pay within 2 days or COD on delivery. So all that stuff you want to make sure that it's in your contract on Central Dispatch.
So what if, I'm assuming in your contract you have, if there was an incident, then the carrier is responsible, or their insurance is responsible for the, okay. And then how do you pay the driver?
So far I have only 2 driver requests for me to mail a check. So I mail my company check, or I do Zelle Quick Pay. So because once the money is released from UShip and you transfer that money to your bank account, it's going to take, depending on the bank you have, is probably going to take 1-2 days.
Okay.
So that's the reason why you put that. Okay, carrier will get paid within quick pay 2 days. That's what Central have, quick pay 2 days.
Okay.
Now UShip have immediate cash out, but it's going to charge you a fee, because that happened to me few times where because carrier looked at my profile on Central Dispatch and see that I don't have much rating on my new company, and they don't see I have an MC, so they kind of skeptical of, okay, am I going to get paid? So what I just cash out right there and just go ahead and pay them, just for them to feel comfortable. Yes, you lose a little couple dollars, but you're just trying to make sure that carrier feel comfortable. You guys have any questions?
Hey, Damien, this is William. How you doing?
How you doing, William?
Now, just to piggyback off of Jonathan, you said that the market is not saturated. It's not. Okay. Now, what will be the startup cost to keep flipping and flipping and flipping that you been through since you started? Like the currency, like to get started.
I mean, to get started on UShip or
like do the bids. Like you have to use your money up front, or
no. What happened? The customer on UShip, the customer pays UShip. No, I'm sorry. Let's state that back. The customer posts the car, and now you have brokers start bidding on the cars. So if you bid $2,000, I go in and bid $1,000, and just cut it in half, and the customer look at it and say, But there are times when I kind of bid under, $2 less than what the guys who have a lot of ratings, just because of what the car pays, and they'll go ahead and they'll drop their bid. But no, you don't pay anything to do any startup. You just bid on the car. Once you look at a bid $1,800, you just try to cut it in half, or just bid, $1,000. But no, you don't pay anything to any startup.
You guys hear me?
Yes.
This is Gilbert.
How you doing, Gilbert?
I'm chilling, man.
Okay.
I just joined.
All right. If you have any question, man, we're talking about auto haul today. If you have any question, go ahead and shoot them over.
Hey, Damien, this is Latoya. Are you choosing like a certain criteria when you're searching on UShip as far as your are you filtering to like North Carolina, South Carolina? No, I got on it this weekend. Are you choosing a certain a certain part of the United States, or are you just going state to state?
I do state to state. I have one carrier who just want to stick in his state.
I'm talking about on UShip.
Oh,
When you're finding
what I do,
the,
my searches are usually California, Texas, Washington, and one of the reasons why I do Washington back over to Illinois because I have 3 carriers that runs that route.
yeah, I heard that's a hot
Mm-hmm.
market in that area. Okay. All right, thank you.
So what I do, once I'm doing my bid, 1800 is the one I really look for, and then what I do, I just try cut it in half, or I just bid $1,000. So because UShip charges a fee, so you bid $1,200, then UShip take their 20% or 15% fee out of it. So now whatever you have left, which is probably like $900, then that's the $900 that you're gonna split between you and the carrier. So and pay the carrier, and you take the rest of whatever you're charging the carrier. Me, I do 20%, sometimes less, and I just give the carrier the rest, because you don't want to try and get a bid for $1,000 and then want to give the carrier 500. Nah, you don't want that.
Right.
Just because once a carrier see good money, they're gonna.
Yeah, and you got your
like
3 carriers off of doing the UShip, right?
Well, yeah. The carriers that I have, and those are my first 3 carriers. They run that lane. So when I find cars that's running their lanes, so whenever I find a car, I'll call them and say, hey, I have a car going so and so. You want it? I mean, sometimes they won't be able to take it because sometimes they get a full load. So it's on central dispatch. So you have carriers from all over going to call you anyway.
What kind of trailers do they have? Is it more like the 9-car or?
Yes. I have.
Okay.
I mean, I have guys who call me, I guess from central, and they'll say, oh, I want this, but you have to pay me this. And I can't do it because a lot of times those guys are hotshot, and hotshot charge a lot more money than what, a guy with a 9-car to 11-car hauler charge. And what happens, sometimes you have certain loads that, you probably end up just making $50 on it, which it happened to me once. It was a pickup truck, and the guy was saying, oh man, it's a big truck, and blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, man. And I just go ahead and give it to him, and I just made $50 on it. So that's way less than, the 20% that I probably would be looking for. But you make sure the customer is happy, and you always want to make sure that your driver is happy as well. Because sometimes the driver, what they'll do, they'll call you, or they'll send you a text, say, you have anything coming out of this location?
Okay. Also, Darren, another question for you.
It's all right.
I'm calling you D.
All right.
So, do you take care of all the tracking and stuff for the customer? Is that your job? Like to let them know where the car is at all times? Or
no, I don't do that. Because sometimes the carrier, they don't have tracking themselves. But what I do, I tell the carrier, hey, please contact the customer, within 2 hours to let them know that, you're going to deliver the car or picked up the car. Because I have a situation a couple of days ago where a carrier just showed up in the night and didn't notify the customer and notified me. So then I receive a text from the customer. I think you guys heard me when I said it to Calvin. That was the situation.
Now back with the money again, right? So you said, okay, when the customer pay up front, it's locked into an escrow account. So that's like guaranteed pay.
Yes, guaranteed
for
to
that.
you. Yes.
Okay. But then you start the bidding process.
Yeah.
Or that before or after?
Well, what happened after once you win a bid, once you win a bid, depending on how much money it is, then you want to make a decision. Okay, how much am I going to give to the carrier?
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you win a bid and the money pay out to you is $900, you probably want to say, okay, give the carrier 700. You know.
Okay.
But me, I usually do 20%, and sometimes it all depends on where it's going. If it's going at a far distance and it's a big truck, I'll probably take less than 20%.
Yeah, because it was like kind of misleading when I was listening to the auto haul business earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought that you had to use your own money up front. Like what they had like $5,000 put aside, and you just bid on all the bids and see what you can get and see if you can flip it. I thought it was like a flipping.
I mean, the only reason, I mean, you don't need money up front. The only reason why you probably would need money up front is whenever a car get delivered. And if you have the money to pay the carrier right then and there, remember, once you should release the money, once you send it to your account, it's going to take at least 1-2 days, depending on the bank you have. If you have the money, you can go ahead and pay the carrier.
Make them happy.
And within 2 days, the money is going back in your account.
Okay, I see now. Because I live right outside of Philadelphia, and I was passing through Chester, and they had this auto hauler carrier like company, and they had like 50 cars, like 50 car carriers, with cars on top of them in this lot. And I wanted to stop by and like, oh, you know, to just investigate, but it was closed.
Okay. Yeah, whenever I see them, I stop. I pull over and stop. I ask them questions and what lane you run,
cool.
You know, what kind of car you take, and I stop.
Thank you for the information.
No problem. Anyone else with any questions?
How's your dispatch been going?
It's going good. As I say, I dispatched with 3 guys. I didn't pass that yet, but I do have. I have 8. I have 8 trucks, about 6 hot shots. But the guys that, you know, the other 5, they dispatch for themselves, so they'll just call me whenever they need. But these 3 guys are dedicated to these 3 guys. So, you know, hopefully in a few weeks, I'll put something out with, I think it's Deja Help, posting cars on posting on Indeed.
Oh yeah, I was wondering that. So you go to like post the job, right?
No, I've never posted a job. I think Deja's the one that posts jobs on Indeed, so I would have to.
Yeah, because I was
do that.
In the process of doing that, but I don't know if you would go to like post a job, like if like you're giving a job to someone, but like you're really just trying to offer your service. I'm guessing that's how that would go.
So,
you're really low.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Go ahead, Deja.
I was saying that for the Indeed post, you have to join the platform as an employer. So you have to post a job, and you actually have, when you post it, the wording has to sound like you are looking for employees. It can't sound like you're advertising a service, because they're gonna disable you.
Word.
So you have to make sure that the wording sounds like it's a job posting, or else they're gonna be like, okay, this is an advertisement, you know. So, and I think that has happened to a couple of people where their wording, because they'll like the I don't know, they have like moderators or something or whatever, but you'll post it, and then a couple of days later they'll say, you know, something about your posting doesn't look right, you know, we disable.
Okay.
So.
Okay, got you.
Okay. And I talk to people as well. Whenever I go out, I meet people and I say, tell them what I do. And, I say maybe, a couple of weeks, maybe looking for someone to dispatch that I could have trained. So they say, give them a call. So I do talk to people as well, just to, you never know.
Yeah, I think probably talking to people like for auto hauling, I think that's probably going to be one of the most effective ways because people like to see your face. And so, like, it's not like how on Truckers Pass where we can go and just call a bunch of drivers. But I don't know if the Indeed post, I don't know if auto haulers really go in there looking for those type of jobs.
Well, yeah, that's correct. Sorry, I misunderstood. Yes, as far as the Indeed job posting, that would be just for your company as looking for dispatchers. But as far as all, no, they wouldn't work on Indeed because you're not going to really have. There's no auto hauler on Indeed jobs. Most auto haulers they're either on central dispatch or they probably have their dedicated
Right. So on central dispatch, is there an option to call drivers like how we have on Truckers Pass for looking for drivers for dispatch?
No, the only way you have the option to call is when you post a vehicle. So once you post a vehicle, you could see the carriers that's in the area who might be going south or north.
Gotcha.
The carriers. So that's how you'll see the carriers. But as far as going on there and just searching for carriers, it'll be hard unless you know the carrier's MC or the carrier business name. Search the carrier. But as far as how we go on regular freight, no.
Yeah, and I think that's probably like the beauty of auto hauling. Well, the method that you're using with auto hauling is that you're finding the load first.
Yes. Yeah.
They already have the load. You don't have to look for the driver first. I think sometimes that presents the challenge when you're doing freight dispatching because you might find the drivers, but if you don't find them freight, then you didn't make any money. So I think auto hauling is like a sure thing because you already have the load.
Daisy, you there?
Yeah, we're here.
I wanted to say something to Deja right quick. Hey, Deja. You mentioned something about the other day. You mentioned something about Google Voice when you used to make cold calls.
Yeah.
Yeah, they shut me off when I did that. They disabled my account.
Because why? I don't understand.
Yeah, they shut me right on off, and so I wound up getting
I'm sorry.
That's not fun because I had to get Vonage, so I use Vonage now.
Man, did you try to just sign up with another like login or
No.
something? Like just make another email and then try to do it like that?
No, because
I
everything.
I have two Google Voice
No,
numbers.
because everything is linked to my business email, so they shut me off. But I got Vonage, so Vonage works very good.
Okay.
I can make the phone calls. Use my headset that I'm talking to now.
Oh, that's
and
pretty cool.
Yeah, so I can send text messages to my drivers, pictures, anything. I can do like a Rolodex and stuff. So it actually worked out in my benefit to get Vonage. So it's only like $40 a month, which pretty
I haven't worked with Vonage in years. How much did that cost?
It was. Don't laugh when I say this. So it was like $500 starting off with a plan, but somehow I know somehow the guy gave me some type of discount that knocked it down to 70 something initial, and then every month it's like $39 or $40 every month. So everything's unlimited though.
Okay, so when they shut you off of Google, what was their reason?
I think somebody reported me, I guess, as advertising.
So you probably called somebody and made them mad, and then they just reported you because I've never gotten. They don't complain about that amount of calls.
That's weird.
Yeah,
So
I think y'all got the voice for it. You know, I said, but I think it was that guy who I was on the phone for 40 minutes with. He probably reported me. So
40
so
minutes.
so I do any of you guys use
No, I don't.
Grasshopper?
Yeah,
What
I
they
you know
say.
I've used Grasshopper before. Grasshopper, and also there's Ring Central.
right,
That's good.
I mean, I don't use Grasshopper because I try not to pay for everything or
right.
too much. I use Smartline, which is powered by GoDaddy, and that is like $10
That's
a month.
cool.
And I send texts, I get voicemails. Basically everything you could do on the regular phone. And it's on my phone. Whenever it rings, I know it's a
Right.
business call. So with that on the phone, it differentiates the business call versus your personal calls.
Right.
I'm just wondering, like, what were y'all talking about for 40 minutes?
No, that was the guy. He was complaining about. This guy was from Kentucky, and I don't know. He was complaining about everything in the sun.
No, those
You know,
conversations
and I was
can
just
be
listening.
long though. I've been on the phone for like an hour before.
See,
Well,
oh, she got the record. See,
word, yeah, but like, what about though? Because like when I make calls, like the most it'll go is for like 4 minutes.
You got to be
Like,
conversational because truck drivers, they really do be wanting to talk to
yeah,
people
they
too.
want to be.
Yes. Sometimes they
So if
do.
you just be like,
word.
"Hey, how you doing? Where you at?"
Mm-hmm.
They'll talk
No,
to you
yeah,
for
usually I
15
just
minutes.
like how your day is going, and then like, but for the most part, I mean, I got one interested already. I'm probably gonna make a couple more calls tomorrow, but yeah, they just like listen to me talk, and they don't really like say much. They're just like, oh, all right, type like. It's never like to keep going. So like I don't want to like just because it always sounds like they're doing something in the background for the most part. How my call's been going. So like yeah, I don't know. Like once it reaches like 10 minutes, I'm just trying to close the
So
deal if it ever gets that far.
maybe
That,
try.
10 minutes, that's pretty long. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
maybe try not to like do a lot
Mm-hmm.
of talking, but asking them. So you want to, while you're talking to them, you want to keep
Right.
asking for their business. You want to keep saying, "How that sound to you?" Okay. Well, what about you? How do you find your freight? You want to keep them engaged in the conversation. Don't just do a lot of talking because at some point you want to listen
Mm-hmm.
because you don't know what their pain points are. You don't know what they need. You don't know. They might be like, I got family and I'll be trying to be home every
Mm-hmm.
weekend. And then when you learn that about a person, that gives you something to go off. Like, okay, I can do that for you. Or
Right.
they might say, I like to be gone. Like I got a driver. He don't want to go home. He said his wife is needy. He just want to keep going.
Dang.
So I'm like, okay, I can do that too. I can keep you going. So like asking them stuff about who they are, that give you conversation.
No, right, yeah, those are some great pointers. I appreciate that. All right, I'll definitely I'll start asking those type of questions. I don't know. For the most part, I just be like trying to close deals because like the one that I got, like he was just like interested from the get go. He was, I guess, it was like easy to get him
Yeah,
to.
you're gonna get some of those.
My rule of thumb is if you talk to them like a robot, they're gonna treat you like a robot. If you
Yeah.
talk to them like a person, they're gonna treat you like a person. So just be a little bit more personable because even if they sound, I mean, obviously they're interested. You got it, especially if you're calling off a trucker's pass. All of those people really do need your services, whether they say they do or not, because they're on there looking for a load.
Right.
So it's really not a cold call because you know that these people are already looking for freight. So it's kind of like when you're talking to them, the deal is already halfway closed. That's in my head. In my head, I already know that you need my help. So it's kind of like I just go from there. And I do use the pitch, but I just make it my
Yeah,
own.
I wish.
Like,
No, yeah, I
I know
wish
you're
your
on here looking for freight.
questions or like what you just said was in the pitch because like I don't know. I'm trying to make it my own, but like I'm trying to keep it. I'm trying to like not have like just keep talking like nothing type thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh, I
Mm-hmm.
definitely get what you're saying because that's what happens. Like if you just get stuck in selling. You just get. I mean, obviously it's sales, but you don't want to just sound like you called them just to sell them something.
Because some of them,
You know what I'm saying? You kind of you want to finesse it a little
Yeah.
bit, because they're gonna be like, and you gotta think they get these calls
every
all
day
the
on
time. It's thousands of people doing what we're doing. So you want to be that guy. Like, I actually enjoy that
Yep.
conversation. You know, you don't want to just call and just start talking.
Anybody ever got cursed out?
I do.
No,
I did.
listen, I'll start cussing back. Don't do me. We'll be cussing each other out there. Don't
Yeah.
do
Yeah,
that.
no, I haven't
I
ran
had
into
a guy
that.
sign on to me when I cussed him back out. He was like, you know what? Cool.
What?
Yeah, and some of those truck drivers are crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, they are.
one of my first clients on Central Dispatch, I guess there was some misunderstanding with the contract. And once he reached the delivery, he wouldn't release the car to the customer. And he started chewing me out. It ended up where he started hanging up the phone. I had to call Calvin to ask Calvin what should I do? And Calvin just tell him what to do. And call him again, he wouldn't answer the phone. The entire week, he wouldn't answer the phone. I tried to reach the customer. I couldn't reach the customer. And he releases the car the Friday, and I did not know the car was released until Sunday, when the customer finally sent me an email that he releases the car. And the next day I called the guy. I said, listen, I could have paid you the same day, because he's saying he wants his money right now before he released the car. I said, but it's in my contract that, payment will be rendered within 2 days. He told me that he don't care. So I was just saying, listen, calm down. And he was just cussing me out. And the next day, he called me. And I said, what's going on, man? He said, how am I going to get paid? I said, I already sent you a check. I mailed you a check. And he apologized for the way he acted, because he's someone that his English is not great. So I think it's probably a language barrier there, where he was just going off, and he apologized the next day, and we talked on the phone real good. I texted him today, asked him what area he's in. I have a car. He didn't reply yet, but you just have, sometimes you don't want to cuss them out too much. You just have to leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? Because you're also trying to build your business. Yeah. Not saying you let them step over you, but sometimes you have to just, okay, man, let's see how we can solve this situation.
One carrier that went out of business, because he said that his hot shot brakes came off or something like that. So he was on the phone crying with me, and I was like, yeah, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. I'm like to myself, it's not gonna be okay, because this man is crying on the phone. So I don't know what to say to him, but I said, you're having a rough day. He was like, did you hear what I said? And I was like, you know what? I'll call you tomorrow. I never called that man back. He still didn't call me back. So, I get what you're saying, but so many people they need, lenient ear to listen to, So you got to make the best out of the situation.
One of my hotshot drivers, he didn't pay me for like a whole week, but he had just.
Yeah, Deja, you're very, very low.
Yeah.
Y'all hear me better now?
That's better.
A little bit.
I was saying that I had a hotshot driver that he had got into a car accident, and he owed me money, but I couldn't get in contact with him for like a week. But I was just trying to take in consideration that he had just been in a situation, so I didn't hustle him too much. I left him a voicemail, and then one day, like literally at 3:00 in the morning, because when you get money from Square, it automatically notifies your phone. Mm-hmm. And so like at 3:00 in the morning, and I'm a very light sleeper, so I heard like this notification. I was like, oh my gosh, I just got money. I was so happy. I was up like the rest of the night, like, I got money.
You're not starving no more.
Yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah. But so yeah, they people, right? I'm not a starving dispatcher no more. But yeah, they people. You know, they're still people. They have issues just like us, and they just need a friend sometimes. But I know some truck drivers firsthand and who literally became truck drivers because they don't get along with people. So they literally started they started trucking because they can
A
like
lot of them
not
do
have
that.
to interact
That's
with
a
people.
lot of reason why the
Yeah.
main reason why truck drivers become truck drivers.
Right.
Leave me alone.
Right. So these people really don't want to be bothered. So you're talking to people who are not people persons. They don't really have good social skills.
And
So yeah.
it's the
Yeah.
same thing with the auto haul, because car carriers that I seen listed, and they, how much is it paying? I
What?
tell them, and they just hang up,
Mhm.
click. Yeah, some carriers, they could be rude, but and again, you don't want to take it personal. You know, you just move on to the
But the ones
next.
that learn the business, they find out that they need people
Yeah,
like
they do.
dispatchers and things because they don't have the talking skills, they don't have communication
They
skills,
do.
but they know
Yep.
to see the money. They need somebody to handle that for them.
Yeah, and I mean, we only taking 10%, so we really just taking like off the cake, and just helping them
And
out more.
again, with 10%, how I do my pitch, I tell the carrier, listen, even when you pay me my 10%, I still make sure that you get the
Yeah,
money that you want.
and you still get your
Yeah,
money. I'm just getting mine too. You get the same exact
yeah.
what you told me you
So
wanted.
you also want to sometimes put that in your pitch, because in the carrier mind, okay, I'm getting $2 per mile, and I'm gonna have to pay this guy $10 out of
Yeah,
here. I mean 10%, and you don't know if he have to pay someone else
For the
15,
factory
twenty
company, yeah.
percent. Yeah, so they think like that. So you have to just let them know, listen, even when you pay me my 10%, I still make sure that you get money that you
All right.
requested.
A good way of
that's
making.
the biggest overhead in the game.
Sorry, go ahead, Deja.
Oh, I was just gonna say a good way of making that point is I tell my drivers that I pay for myself. So don't worry about don't worry about all that. I'm gonna make sure that whatever load I book you on, I pay for myself. So don't worry if you gotta pay me and then you gotta pay them. Just tell me how much money you want,
Mm-hmm.
and I pay for myself.
Yeah,
So if you say it like that, they be like, okay, okay, and then you can move on to the next thing. Because I have gotten into conversations. Yeah, I've had people say like, I ain't gonna pay you, and then by the time I'm done with you,
yeah.
I'm only gonna be getting $1 a mile and blah 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 blah. So I'd be like, don't worry about all that. I pay for myself. Now what?
Yeah,
Now
and
what you got to say?
that's how they think. That's how
Yeah.
they think. So you have
That's
to
good.
you have to put that in there.
Have anyone dealt with like a Russian carrier yet?
Oh Lord.
Yes,
No.
my first driver
Oh
was
yeah.
Russian.
Okay.
Wow.
He was Russian, and he fired me.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, he fired me. I don't know. He just stopped answering the phone. He just got mad all of a sudden. I don't even know.
He blocked you.
I don't. No,
Oh,
he didn't block me. Like I can still call him. He just don't respond.
Has anyone that
Okay,
has
I was
guys.
anyone
just
that
Go ahead.
I'm new. So has anyone noticed with their when they're searching for loads, has it been any slight decrease or change in the volume of loads available because of what's going on with coronavirus?
The rates are going
Yeah.
up to me. I think the rates are going up. Mhm. I'm seeing more
More
money.
money, but you haven't seen like a reduction of the amount of loads.
Mm, no,
Not really.
I think right now. I mean, okay. Are you talking about for auto
In
hauling, or are you
general,
talking about for
in general,
rates?
any type of loads.
I think it's seasonal. Like certain areas are more
Mm-hmm.
popping than some, just all around. Um, so I think certain area, but right now, I've been seeing a lot. Like even in bad areas, I've been seeing more freight in like areas that usually don't. So to me, I've been seeing more because it's springtime. So
Yeah, I just thought
everything
I'd ask because of what happened
about
with
to
the,
start.
you know, the stock market today, and you know, goods
Transported.
still being, you know,
Oh yeah, we can't live without truckers. No matter
Mm-hmm.
what happens to the stock market,
Have to.
we still
Mm-hmm.
gotta eat. We still gotta have clothes. Trucking will never die. No matter what happens to the world, the
It's
one people that's
truckers.
still
Yep.
gonna be working is
True.
truckers. Yep. So the truckers, police, firefighters, they always got a job. I don't know about everybody else, but truckers got a job. Always.
Word.
That's true.
I, I guess we just
Oh,
had some people came on. I'm not sure if Calvin wants us to go over 45 minutes.
Oh no, yeah, we
uh,
passed that.
yes, I said, I know we're in what, an hour now.
We got
we
people
got
in
one more
there
Yeah.
minute,
talking.
Damien.
Yeah, unless we probably stop the recording and continue with our conversations.
Hey, greetings, Damien.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how's it going? I spoke to you a little while ago. I think I'm a hot shot driver. I'm just kind of getting started with it. I spoke to you, and I spoke
Mhm.
to Deja, and I'm trying to get started with that. I'm in the Atlanta, Georgia area. And you know what I found? I've been doing a little research on myself. I've been looking at these auctions in the area. They might be at all major cities, not only the Atlanta area. One of the names, I was gonna post it, but one of the names of the auctions is IAA.
Mhm.
Hold on, I gotta get down here.
You know, I actually called you today.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I had a car was going about 300 miles, and I called you today, and I
But
didn't
what it
get you.
is, I need I just found out. Okay, now I got a
Mhm.
2-car hauler. I can do general freight and I can do automobiles. So there's only like can only do 2
Mhm.
vehicles, and this is around like 16,000 pounds. I want to, like I said, I'm starting on kind of small, so I just wanted a small trailer.
Okay, yeah. I remember you told me that you just want to do the Georgia area because I did call you today.
Right.
That's gone now though.
No, that's right. You know, I got something else. But anyway,
Okay.
I'm looking into this auction, and the thing about it, these people they have their own transporters. But you know, you might want to strategize and try to get in there and figure it out. But I want to look at this. One of the websites is IAA auction. Just put that in. Like I said, I think they in all major cities from Dallas, Philly, Los Angeles, Atlanta, New York. They all
Okay.
over. And the other is Copart. It's
Oh yeah,
COPAR. Excuse me.
yeah. No, I know what you're talking about. I'm sorry, keep going.
Yeah, it's Copart. It's COPART. Now I just signed up with Copart, but I didn't get a response back to be one of the
Mhm.
transporters. But like I said, I think these people do auctions. And they have from everything from like new cars, used
Oh yeah,
cars, rentals, and
Copart, I would say because I used to pull up there and deliver. For I got like 4 cars from there once. But
okay,
yeah, they mess with cars that got into car crashes, and their cars almost never run, bro. Like I had one where it even said on the paper, I was like, "Are you guys sure this is operable?" And they're like, "Yeah." And then I got the car, and like the whole
yeah,
wheel was missing type. So yeah, Copart, they mess with like cars. They could,
salvage,
yeah, salvage.
yeah, yeah.
Sometimes they probably run. I don't know, but yeah, that's Copart. But you just taught me about the IAA. I think I went there before too, and I think don't they pull out with forklifts too?
Uh, I never been there.
Uh-huh.
I just looked at the website, and like from Atlanta, they got Atlanta East, Atlanta West, Atlanta North, South. So it's more than one
Yeah,
auction
no, and
site
Mayhem
for this
too.
place.
Mayhem is like
Like
one of the
Mayhem,
biggest ones.
right? Mayhem's another one. Yeah, they got different sites, different cities, different states. So you might want to look into Mayhem, IAA, and Copart. But then if it's salvage, I believe they put it on your trailer with a
No, yeah,
forklift.
yeah. Okay, so I went there too. I went to IA. Yeah, so IA they do that too, but their cars are more like operable, but they just take it out and put it on your
Right.
trailer with a
So
forklift.
so
Yeah.
Right. But
with the auto haul, with the strategy that we use, a lot of time, I guess we want to stay away from cars that don't run, because you have carrier may have 7 cars on their truck heading up that direction, and they don't want to go through all that headache with forklifts trying to put
Yeah,
car on
because
their
most of them, they
truck.
don't have winches.
That's another thing that you have to make sure that that
Yeah,
car is
because
running.
I'm really not going
Yeah.
to do nothing that's
But
not running either, you
yeah,
know. So
but for
I'm
the
trying to stay
most
away
part,
from
how
myself.
I used to love cars that didn't run, because they always paid like almost 150 to 200 plus more just because they don't run.
Yeah,
So okay,
they pay more. It's just that as I
No,
say,
yeah,
you
I
could do
definitely see
it,
what
but I would
you're
I
saying.
wouldn't recommend it for the strategy that we use. Unless you get like a 10-car contract and one of those cars probably don't run, yeah, you could probably do that. But as far as you just trying to bid on cars, I would probably stay away from the
okay.
one that don't.
No, yeah.
For the
Deja, you're low again.
Oh, Darren, you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Did you stop the recording?
No,
We're still live, it says.
I'm still
Oh,
live.
okay.
'Cause
Okay, because I don't think Calvin really cared if it go over, because you know he get paid for
Oh,
videos if they long.
shoot.
So I don't think he care about that. I just think he not gonna pay you for no
Nah,
extra time.
cool.
That's all
No,
I'm saying.
we all family. We
Oh,
just try to
Yeah,
get questions.
yeah,
And
that's what I was
every,
saying. I was just
okay,
saying, don't stop the
okay,
recording, because the longer it is, the better it is.
wait, so does he pay
okay.
y'all to be host or
Yeah,
not?
Yes.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
All right, that's what's up. But yeah, Damien, I was wanting to talk to you, but I was seeing those things on YouTube, man, and like seeing things that are going for like 63,000. I'd want to know how those type of loads work.
63,000.
Yeah, he's trying to transport 20
Oh,
trucks, 8 are unoperable and 4 are
yeah.
operable. That sounds crazy. But
Yeah.
I know what type of trailers that need to for heavy hauling, if you ever get one of those, like a low boy trailer, those are like the perfect trailers for those heavy equipment. So I'm thinking about looking into that, because like now I see kind of where like they're saying that brokers can, like, they have like an uncapped salary where they can make like
Because
100,000.
the broker do their own markup. They could mark it up for 5,000, and once you make a bid for 2,000, then they'll just drop it. just to make sure that they try to get that win that. But I haven't stepped into the heavy hauling as yet, because I think that
No, yeah,
it's a lot
I
more work.
think
There's a lot more to it than just
exactly. No, yeah, it's
than
definitely a
just
hard task, but I
yeah.
think for the task, it
It
pays. You know
it
what I'm
pays,
saying?
but
Go
then you
into
have to
consideration.
all the the transportation assistant and so forth. So it's a lot of extra work.
Exactly. I just found that interesting though
But yeah,
initially.
they do pay. They do pay. I mean, I had a contract the other day, but they canceled, and that contract was for, I think it was 16,000.
Wait, who canceled, Damien?
Yeah, the customer canceled the shipment. So I'm assuming they changed their mind, so they don't want to do the shipment anymore, or they just changing the date. But I haven't seen that posted back on U-Ship, so
And you
it's
had
down.
already won the
They
bid
took
for
it
it?
down. No, I didn't win the bid yet, because I put my bid in and people just bidding, but I had the lowest bid there and just waiting for it, because of, oh man, I would smile if I got that.
Then that brings up the question: has that happened? Like, say you get the bid,
Cancel.
and then and then they cancel.
It happened two. Actually, you know what? It happened 3 times. First 2, I guess the guys they couldn't wait, and they canceled. The second one is that they were relocating, and the husband changed his mind, and they went ahead and canceled. But if you have a cancellation against you, what happened? You should charge you a higher fee until you get like five more where you delivered successfully. Then they'll drop the percent back to the regular percentage.
Even though it wasn't you that canceled?
No, well, if it's not you that canceled, it's fine. But if the customer canceled on you because they couldn't wait, but you couldn't get their car moved in their time frame, yes, that go against you.
Hey, Andre, you might want to mute your mic real quick.
Yeah.
So what if the customer cancels on their own, like I just decided to cancel it didn't work out for me.
I mean, I would have to find a different carrier for that load, because then that wouldn't have anything to do with the customer. Because if I assign the car to you and you cancel on me, then I have to find a different carrier to relocate that vehicle.
Are the cancellations affecting your ratings?
I think they still, okay, so on the cancel thing, so like if the customer cancels, they can leave a rating of like 5 stars and say that they just didn't want it anymore. But if you cancel it, I think that'll just pee them off, and I think they might leave a bad rating.
So if they don't leave if they do cancel but they don't leave a rating,
No, they have to put a rating.
Does that affect your rating?
I think
no, they don't have to put a
don't,
rating.
okay.
Yeah, they could just have the car delivered. But me personally, I asked them once the car is delivered, I said, please, if you don't mind, give me a rating. So I do ask the customer rating after the transaction is completed. But yes, they have the option to put a comment and rate you. Because the last one that canceled, it was her fault, and she put in the comment why she canceled, and she gave me a 5 star.
I think they still help.
Yes, they do, because that's what other customers look at, because that's why I had so many cancellations, because they said insufficient ratings. So I had a lot of those.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been
Just imagine if I didn't have so many cancellations.
I think I get more of y'all saying this too, because I've been going to just in a lot of bidding wars with these brokers, man. And like this one guy's everywhere.
I probably know what you're talking about. The only time you probably get into bidding war with the brokers is when the car doesn't pay a lot. Because if it's 100 and you cut it in half and you said, okay, you're gonna bid $1,000, as a broker is not gonna do it.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, a lot of times they're not gonna do it. But if you see a car and it depends on the mileage.
Things I'm sketched out about is just the mileage. You feel me? I don't know a truck driver, because like I know if I was like how I was, I wouldn't drive a truck. Like let's say only paying like $400 for like almost a 2,000 mile trip, or I will.
Well, if you're already going, the way I understood it, and maybe I'm wrong, if the truck is already going and they have one space available, then they're going that distance anyway.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking about it too much, because I'm like, what are the chances of that? You know what I'm saying?
Trying to think about it as
right
for freight dispatch, but it don't
for auto haul.
For auto hauling, these people already aren't doing loads. So $400 extra is like winner chicken dinner for them, because that's just extra money in their pocket. So they might have a 9 car hauler, and then they only got 5 cars on their thing, and they're going to South Carolina, and they are already going there, and they see another car that's paying them $400 more also going to South Carolina. Yeah, they pick it up, because that's just extra money.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you're gonna have some of them who call you want more money, or they say, nah, that won't work. Then you just leave it alone. Sometimes they're the same one call you back.
Weird. I don't know why. I
that
don't know why I wasn't
they're-
thinking like that because I used to be in the exact same game. I just didn't really like the chances in my head weren't playing out just because it'd be like 2,000 miles and it's just one extra car. So I mean,
You was a
I see
hotshot
what you're
driver,
saying,
right?
though. Yeah.
Okay, that's why that's why you're thinking like that, because
Yeah.
the guys on Central
Yeah.
Dispatch who ask for a lot of
Yeah,
money,
man.
they're hot
That's
shots,
exactly.
you know. And some of those guys, they could sometimes guarantee the customer pickup time because they're hot shots, so they have like 3 car haulers, so they could just go right there and
Yep.
pick it up. But then the customer has to pay more money, you know.
And
We're there to save the customer money
exactly.
and give the carrier a job, you know, because a lot of times these carriers traveling with how many space on their truck, they're not making no money once you travel with empty
Right.
slots.
I guess. Yeah, that's just I don't know. When I get my first one, I'm gonna be anxious, but it's like I think it'll because shoot, man, that stuff is tricky right there. I just don't want like any like bad because like we're just starting out, so like a bad rating is like so detrimental, man. I'm just trying to like guarantee it for right
And
now.
try to stick to the lower part of the United States when you just start doing it, because sometimes you have carriers who don't want to go up, you know, California and those. I had a car for 8-9 days that just picked up.
What? You had to sit for 9 days?
Yeah, because it was up in the bushes in California.
Oh, and the carrier like
Yeah.
or I mean the customer wasn't like
Well,
pissed about
because
anything?
because I talked to the customer. That's why I said that. Communicate with the customer, let them know that listen, I don't want to guarantee you a pickup time because some customer know the area that they're in that it's very difficult to get moved. Now, if they want the car moved with local transporter, they're gonna pay a lot of money for it. And I explained to the guy, and he said, okay, and the car was picked up today. Hey.
What are you saying?
Where do you?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What are you saying as the time frame between the time you put in the bid and they actually respond to you with, okay, I've accepted your load? What are you saying as the time frames? Like, is it taking a long time after you bid for the customer to accept it or to make up their mind?
I mean, once the bid is, the thing is, you have so many people bidding on it. See, the customer is watching it because the customer want to pay less money as possible. So once they see the last bid sitting there for a couple of hours and nobody bidding on it again, they're just going to accept that bid. Or if they want their car moved at a certain time, they're just going to go ahead and accept the bid.
Okay. And are you looking for like a certain, like, are you just bidding on anything? Or are you looking for, because some of them I see that like they're not due to be picked up or dropped off for like another week or so. So are you looking at the dates to, kind of?
No, not really. I have 2
Okay.
cars,
Okay, I understand.
right now that don't picked up. One picked up in May, one picked up in July. Yeah, so I have 2 bids that's sitting there on Central Dispatch for May and July. So I mean, it's just once you have the bid, you just have the money sitting there, and once the time comes, a carrier gonna pick up that car because the carrier see the date the car need to be.
Does it cost the dispatch on Central Dispatch?
Does it, repeat your question?
Said, does it cost to
Yes,
work
it
on
does.
Central Dispatch with auto hauler? How much? If you don't mind me asking.
As a carrier or just as like a dispatch?
Dispatch.
I think like 130.
Damn.
Yeah.
130 a month?
Yep.
Or
130 a month. Mm-hmm.
What about as a carrier?
Carrier,
I think carrier is like 115. Yeah.
Yep. That's what I'm paying.
So Damien, the bids that you have sitting for later on,
yes,
you've already won those bids and you're just waiting till closer to that time before you put it on Central
No,
Dispatch?
it's on Central Dispatch already. Once I won the
Yeah,
bid,
you want
I
to
posted
post it
on
as
Central
quick as
Dispatch.
possible, I
Okay.
guess.
Cause that's how you're gonna have the car move. So I posted on Central Dispatch already. Cause once you go on Central Dispatch as well, you'll see truckers that's there, and they'll have the date that they're moving.
Oh,
So
okay.
they're in the truck show that okay, they won't move until another week.
Word.
Okay, I didn't know that the carriers book
Yes,
themselves
yes.
out further
Some of them they
like
have
that.
to because sometimes they'll sit there empty, just waiting to get cars. You know, especially the guys that had the main car, and so they'll sit at the auction. You know, just sit there waiting for cars to just pop up that go into their lane. I called someone today to pick up a car that they were going to California. I have a car picking up in Georgia going to New Mexico, and she said no, she's not moving until she have a full load. I said, oh. So I don't know. She moves tomorrow, so tomorrow may come and she don't get a full load. She might call me back because I still have that car. She might call me because she have to pass
Right.
Georgia, you know, and she go up. I mean, on the southwest side, so she have to go through New Mexico and Arizona. So hey, why not get that car
Right.
for a few bucks? So I'll wait to see if she called tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what's up, dude. I'm still waiting to get my first one. Dip my feet in the water.
Are you doing anything with the enclosed trailers, like the ones that like for like race cars?
Yes, I'm doing enclosed. I mean, enclosed doesn't necessarily mean it have to be race cars because some guys, you know, with the Mercedes. I mean, even
Right.
like it all depends on how they want their car transport. But yes, one of the car that actually in May, it's an enclosed trailer.
So is there anything special about the ones that like that, you know, that you have to be careful about on your end?
No, you just want to make sure the car is running, and the car is not modified. And when I say modified, sometimes you have those pickup trucks who those guys raise those trucks, so it can only be at a certain height. But once you post it on Central Dispatch, they will see all that information. That's why you have to put all that information in. So once a carrier look at it and say, okay, this could work for me. But no, it's nothing special. It's just some people rather their car being transported enclosed. You may have some customers on U-Ship that requests a certain trailer. I seen one today. The guy said only Ferrari transportation. Oh, he wants. Have to be a Ferrari truck. You know that you have some trucks that have the Ferraris logo and so forth. So they do not call if it's not. Okay, I'll skip that one.
Yeah.
D?
Yes, I'm here.
What was the most you saw for a car or truck being moved on a board? Like the most expensive?
Well, I want a bid for 3,300.
Okay.
Yeah,
Was that for
want a bid
one car?
Yes.
Wow.
Awesome.
And out of that, because when you take that U-Ship fee out, things like 20%. So take 20% from that. It goes like what 20, 26 or 27, I think it was. So then, yeah, now you're gonna make the decision. Okay,
Right.
how much am I gonna pay the carrier? You know, so you know, I take 20%.
Now, how would the carrier know what the actual original price was? Do they know that? Or
The only way they know that unless they talk to the customer.
And have they ever called and say you cheated them?
I've never get that.
Oh yeah, Damien plays it safe with that.
Yeah, I've never I've never get that. You may have and also communicate with the carriers as well, because some of those carriers, they have like 5 trucks, and once the owner or whoever it is dispatch that car, and the driver go and pick that car up, he's asking for money from the customer. That message wasn't related to the driver. So that happened where the customer called me and said, "Hey, the carrier asked for a pay, and I paid through U-Ship." I said, "No, I'll take care of it." And it was
How do
all
you go
good.
about? Have you paid them through Cash App or like you said, mail them check?
Most of them is through Zelle.
Okay.
So,
And one more question. Now, I know the monthly
yeah.
subscription is very expensive. Do they have like packaging, like where you can pack it with other people
No,
as a business?
unless you have someone where you're using their account, which a lot of people don't really want to do it,
Well, you can.
because Central Dispatch, you don't want to mess up. They will kick you off, and they're very strict. Calvin tell me, and other people tell me about Central. They're very strict.
Yeah,
You go
just
on, you're
'cause
messing up.
Nice. Is this the only core low boards? This is just the most famous.
this is
The
the
most
most like
famous.
reputable,
Most.
reliable.
Yeah.
Like it's the best one out there.
They have others.
there-
I haven't checked it out yet, but so far I've just been using this one, because it's the biggest one in the
Yeah, most
United
carriers
States.
have it.
Okay, well, you answered my question. Thank you.
Did you choose the corporate relocation option or the import export when you signed
Corporate.
up for Central Dispatch? Okay.
Did you hear me?
Yeah. You said the corporate
Yeah.
relocation?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Answer it.
I got a question.
Who said that?
Yes. What is the question?
I was just wondering, is there a cancellation fee when the customer cancel?
You cut out there for a second.
I was wondering, is there a cancellation fee when the customers cancel on their own? And do they have a certain amount of hours to cancel?
And when you say the shipping customer,
Yes.
no, it doesn't affect us as the middle guy. I'm not sure if they pay U-Ship a fee, but if they canceled, they just cancel. Because you get the notification once you bid on it and the customer cancel, they'll notify you that the customer canceled their shipment. So I'm not sure if they are being charged by U-Ship.
Okay, thank you.
But to add to your question, but if you want a bid from the customer and you couldn't get the customer car moved in a customer time frame where the customer is getting upset, if the customer cancel, then that goes against you. You pay a higher percentage, a higher fee, until you 5 more bookings completed to kind of get a percentage.
Okay, I get that. Thank you.
Which that kind of sucks. Because then you have to look at how you're bidding now, because you have to pay U-Ship a higher fee.
But shouldn't you bid 20% more than what is, just so you can cover yourself?
Not really. No, I mean, because at the end of the day, once you place your bid, you place in your bid and you're making good money off of that bid. If you want a bid for $900, you could post it for 550. You know, me, I posted for more just to get the car moved. So because and also what happened, you'll have the carrier, hey, you mind if I could get some more money on it? So you know, you kind of give yourself space to, you know, another 50. But if you try to add a 20% more, then you find yourself running against the guys that have high ratings on ship, which customer will more likely go with because they're established. Trust me, I have a lot of cancellation just because of that. I don't have any ratings.
So Darren, are you doing anything with freight?
Yeah. Carriers that I book throughout the week, but I have more carriers. They book for themselves. They call me when they need load. The reason why I don't call them every day because I'm learning the central dispatch and U-ship. I'll get master it, then I'll go back to as throughout. We're probably gonna have.
Yeah, I don't know, I feel like once someone masters that, dude, I feel like there's a lot of money to be made in that industry. Because some of
the thing is with U-ship, you could just stay on your phone.
Yeah.
And just bid all day long, and just leave the phone and just check your notification. Why you can just call
exactly, and not
and book
only
your regular
that,
freight.
like I've seen for the heavy equipment, I've seen that you can't even place a bid on it unless you have like 90% and like 5 ratings on a heavy equipment. So that is like they're kind of more serious on U-ship for the heavy equipment stuff that pay more money or something like that.
So you do have drivers who aren't car haulers. You do have drivers that you dispatch, like true dispatching, like that
That's
you.
where I started.
And so in your opinion, like, okay, now you're playing with the two of them. Which one do you feel like?
Sorry, complete your question.
So now that you're doing both of them, which one do you feel like is the most profitable, or which one is giving you the least amount of issues, I guess?
Oh man, the car hauling would give you least amount of issue because you don't really have to make calls. All you have to do is just place bids, and you just placing bids and posting. The only time you really call is call the customer and say, hey, how are you? I'm Damien. I will say you don't even have to call. You can by email or call the carrier, but it's that stress. But with freight, you just have to find load. But with auto haul, you just really place bids and move on.
Yeah, it's a genius idea.
Yeah, it is. Unless you start dealing now with dealerships and so forth, then or if you're dispatching for a car hauler, that be more work for you if you're dispatching, because you could dispatch for car hauler as well. Which if you dispatch for car hauler, it's still a little bit easy because you can go once you go on central dispatch and put the location in, all the cars will pop up that's traveling in that route. So you have the option of choosing, what you want for
We
the
can
carrier.
hear you now, Deja.
Okay.
I was gonna say just to chime in on that. I would say that all auto hauling is quicker money and it's easier. And when it's easier to make money and you can do it fast.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Go ahead, Deja.
But freight.
Go ahead. I'm hearing you now.
Oh, I was saying that auto hauling is quick money. it don't take as much work as freight
Yeah.
dispatching. So you start
Yes.
seeing your money sooner. But I think with freight dispatching, it does take a little bit more work. But I think in the long run, it can yield more revenue than auto hauling.
Okay.
Because
I
let's
have
say
a.
you
Go
start,
ahead, Deja.
like, let's say you start getting contracts with shippers and things like that. And let's say you start signing on larger trucking companies and you start signing on companies that have 5, 6, 7, 8 trucks. You know what I'm saying? And then it just grows and grows and grows and grows. So I think freight dispatching can generate a little bit more money in the long run, but it's just quicker to see your money with auto hauling.
I think freight dispatching could, like they just say, generate more money once you put it on an automated kind of level. That way you generate more money, and it's easier to run because you have it on automate. Like you hire sub dispatchers. You might want to hire people to go identify carriers and everything. It'll just be running itself, and you're making money.
Well, you know what? I think the beauty of what Calvin has shown us with this auto hauling, using the U-Ship and the central dispatch, is
Right.
that you can combine the two. And I think for people like me, especially just starting out, it's a route that I think I might want to take to see something, come in a little faster to boost, what I'm trying to do. And at the same time, work on getting, the freight dispatching going. So I think it's a perfect combination.
I agree.
Mhm. It's beginner
Absolutely.
friendly.
I have a
Yeah.
question from Rachel. Was asking about if I pay the carrier through. No, we do not pay the auto hauler through Square. Auto hauler, you'll pay them through quick pay, or some of them will request that you send them a check. Most of the times they just want quick pay. So you use Zelle or Cash App.
And good looking out to William for kind of answering that as well. Yes, sir.
So what are some challenges? Like, I haven't really done a lot with the freight. I'm more so, I'm sorry, I never introduced myself to the group. My name is Latoya, and I'm coming from like a dump truck side of the situation. I have a dump truck business, and I'm really interested in the car haul, and I've been watching a lot of videos and like really educating myself. And so I think I'm going to stick with that for now. But I think what the lady just said earlier about doing that, and then later on transition into something maybe on the freight side, I think I'm going to do that. So, like, what are some challenges, those of you who have already done it or are already working in it right now? What are some challenges you are seeing, in that process?
In the auto haul?
In the on the
think
freight
that
side.
the challenge is going to be doing both. If you don't grow, as in having people help you, it's going to be hard. Freight dispatching is very time consuming. So, like I was saying, how auto hauling is quick money, and how Darren was explaining it, you just sit on your phone. It's easy. But with freight dispatching, it's not that easy. So I think trying to do both would present a challenge. That's why I haven't done too much of the auto hauling, because I have so much going on with the freight dispatch. I have drivers calling me, and then I'm trying to recruit more people, so I'm advertising myself, and then I have people calling me like off of Indeed or off of Facebook or something. Some of them people aren't even people that I'm looking for. Some of those people just want to be truck drivers. They don't even have a truck, or they don't have authority, or this or that. So you end up going through a lot of people, and then you got to do your invoicing, you got to find your loads. It's a lot. It's a lot.
So the challenges you're facing are that you don't have the manpower to do everything for all the drivers that you have
Right.
calling. So
Right.
do you think you
So
should
I
like filter?
stopped. Huh?
Do you think you should like as you're or as they're calling you, like already filter out, have something where you're already asking certain questions so that you don't even have to waste your
I do.
time. And then also selecting a certain like a certain type of truck you want already, and then if they're not really in that criteria, maybe not even going any further until you get to where you have more people that that can help you with that.
Yep.
Maybe
So
that.
that's what I started doing. Like, for example, on my Indeed post, my Indeed post clearly says that you must have your own authority and insurance, and you must have your own trailer. And it also says dry
Okay.
vans and reefers. However, I still get people because I
Right.
put my phone number in the post because I don't want to
Okay.
have to. I don't want to have to respond to all the Indeed
Okay.
applications. I don't want to have to go back, look through everything. I would just prefer for people to call me because my mindset is if you really are interested and you really need a dispatcher service, if you see my number, you'll just call me. You won't just
Yeah.
put your email. If you really need help and you're really interested, you'll just pick up the phone and call. So I have people that call me and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I don't even have a truck right now. I just want to see how it
What?
works and blah blah blah." And I'll be like, "Okay." Or I'll say I'm looking for flatbeds. I'll have people that are hot shots, and then hot shots. I feel bad for hot shots because they have a really hard time finding loads, and then they have a hard time finding people that help them find loads. A lot of people don't want to work with hot shots because it's so hard to find them loads. And so they are getting to the point where they'll kind of like lie to you about what type of equipment they have. So like if you're called, if they say, if I'm saying like, what type of truck you got? They'd be like, oh, I got a flatbed. I'm like, okay, cool. And then later on the line, they'll be like, yeah, I got a Dodge Ram, 48 feet. I could take 10,000 pounds, like 10,000 pounds. And then I'll be like, okay, sir, I can't help you. or another thing that happens too is you can run into picky drivers. I have a few drivers that are very picky. Have a driver that does not answer the phone, and I have a driver that doesn't speak a lot of English. And I actually, he speaks Spanish, so he has his daughter help him find loads, but she will not. She's not a good communicator. So I actually gave him over to Natasha because Natasha says she knows a little Spanish. So I figured, she can help her, and then maybe she can get in contact directly with the driver or whatever. Long story short, the lady never answers the phone. So with freight dispatching, it's just so many variables that make it more finicky. It's a lot more time consuming. It's so many things that can happen with that. And then as you're trying to grow, you're doing it all by yourself. So it's like you're just trying to juggle all your
But
time.
don't let that discourage you because you have to do a lot of work.
Yeah. Oh
Yes,
yeah.
it's literally
And I'm
like
a
starting a
Yeah.
business.
yeah. I'm used to it. I am. I'm pretty used to working in a fast paced environment. I most all my jobs have been very fast paced. But I was just saying as far as for trying to do auto hauling and freight dispatching, that's just where your challenge is gonna come. If you don't learn how to manage your time wisely and you don't learn how to, multitask,
I
that's where
mostly
you're gonna run
meant
into
like your
issues.
personal challenge, just like not. I mean, like I only want to know that in case I decide to move to that. Like, so what I want to kind of know, like I can understand it will probably be a lot, but I want to know like your personal challenges, the people that are actually in it. So you said it was just the drivers, right? The
Um,
load having too much going on to address everything by yourself.
I mean, it's other things too. It's other things that I've struggled with. For example, like I said, picky drivers. Like you'll find drivers loads and then they won't want them. Things like that. Also making sure, like how we talked about, when you're booking freight for your drivers, you have to keep in mind that they have to pay you.
Right,
Whatever
right.
load you find them, they have to pay you. So you have to make sure that whatever you book them on is making the money. That's really your responsibility. Or you don't want to be
Yeah,
calling them with cheap loads because you're not doing your job. So that is a lot of responsibility too,
they
making
get what
sure that your driver is
they want.
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah. And I find, I mean, it can be done, but it gets stressful because I know for me, I'm an all or nothing person. So I want to do the best that I can. So I feel this great amount of responsibility to make this driver the most money that he could possibly make. So, and that's kind of like a challenge that I have within myself. But yeah, that's a challenge. What else? Social media marketing, especially on platforms like Facebook and stuff. You get a lot of negative feedback, but you just gotta brush that off your shoulder. Um, what else? For the most part, I mean, that's it. I mean, I think it's just challenges all around. Cause like nothing is the same. No load is the same. So every load you book, you can run into any situation. Like I had my one driver, like even today, he got on site and they was telling him, they wasn't gonna offload until tomorrow. They didn't have an appointment scheduled. Or I had a load that I booked and it was a partial load, and the driver got there and they were trying to put a forklift on his truck, and so the driver told them to take it off because that was going to take up too much of his truck. If he had known that they was going to fill up his truck, he wouldn't have took the load, and it was on a military base. So then I had the broker calling me like, so y'all didn't take this and y'all didn't do that and y'all didn't do this and y'all didn't do that. But because I've been on the brokering side, I kind of know how to have those conversations with people. So I was telling him like, listen, you should have booked the load for something else. You booked it for a partial. That's not our fault. That's the broker agent's fault. You can't put that on the driver. You should have booked it for a full truckload. Or you should have really sent a flatbed. You really shouldn't even been trying to put it. So after we got into the conversation, you know what I'm
Days
saying?
of
He
the
started
trip.
backing, but back and back. Yeah, because I've done it before. I already know how it goes. So once you start, because they'll try you, they really will, because brokers don't want it to be their fault. Their whole job is to like place responsibility on somebody else. So they'll call you with all that crazy stuff, and then you just have to like you have to be assertive. That's another thing too. You got to be assertive in the industry because everybody is like sharks out here.
Facts
So
and
that's another challenge
and a
too.
little insight, just to this is what I picked up on. So if you are thinking about the whole central U-ship thing, I think where Damien really got it is where like he just knows how to like work the bids, and you kind of just really have to know like
Yeah.
how to use U-ship and try to like win those bids. But like I guess even like he said, even if you have to like get $50 out of a load, it's just you trying to grow. And I think I feel like you just have to have like experience, and I guess you just naturally like good at it. So like yeah, like even
Yeah.
thought like
Everybody starts from somewhere.
exactly,
You know what I'm saying? He's just mastering. He's
Mm-hmm.
mastering that craft. He's
exactly.
Can anybody explain what U-ship is to me?
Boy.
You can handle that, Damien.
I mean, Uship is a platform where customers post whatever they're shipping to try and pay a lower cost, because Uship is almost like an auction.
Okay.
People people bidding, but this auction is flipped around. It's just bidding for less amount
All
of
right.
money. So it's whosoever wins that bid with the lowest cost for the customer, that's the one the customer is going with. Uship, they post everything on Uship. Furnitures. You can even find freight on Uship. I stay away from it though. People who are moving, you'll find that on Uship as
Have you
well.
experimented with any other sites other than UShip?
No, I haven't tried any other
Or car
sites.
shipping?
Yeah, no, I haven't. Because I got with RBBS and I started doing this. I'm doing it now a little bit over a month, and I've just been doing this. Once I master this, then I'll put my foot in the next puddle. See how I
Hey, you know,
build my clientele as far as I've seen them out there. I've seen it on YouTube and stuff like that, but I want to master this first before I do something.
hey, you know, for the people who find all the box trucks people, that'll probably be a good idea
I
to
thought
use
so
U-Ship.
too.
Box truckers.
I was
Yep, it
asking,
is.
yeah, that's what I was asking
Mhm.
Damien before y'all got
Oh,
in here. But what I was seeing on U-Ship is that all the dates are booked out. So for those moves, because it's
Mhm.
furniture, like most of the people that's, if you're gonna put something on a box truck off of U-Ship, it's probably gonna be like pieces of furniture. So he gonna have to have a pallet jack. He gonna have to have a lift gate,
Well,
and he probably gonna have to load
Yeah,
himself.
and some of them don't want to go
got
through
that.
that.
He's probably gonna have to put the freight on the truck himself. So then you're gonna have to ask the driver, "Do you mind putting this entertainment system on your truck yourself?" And they're gonna want a lot of money for that.
Yeah. So, but they have moving companies out there that's looking for load as well, where you post the load and these moving companies pick that up. So you have a moving company that do go on U-Ship to get loads.
And real quick, Victor Agarder. I'm sorry if I misspelled your last name. He said there's a series of U-Ship on
Mhm.
Netflix if anyone want an idea of the
Yeah.
bidding, just to kind of get that out there.
Yeah,
Where is it again?
I was just looking at that
On Netflix.
on
What
Netflix.
is it called?
He said that there's a series of U-Ship, is what he said.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that. I just watched the the U-Ship videos of how to bid and how you get paid and just take it from there. But I'll check this out. I never know that they have a U-Ship series on Netflix.
Thanks again, D, for sharing your insight.
No problem, man.
I'm just finished my website right now. I'm coming for your jobs.
Hey, we'll be on there fighting.
Are you in Florida?
Yeah, I live in Florida.
What part?
West
I'm from
Palm.
Miami.
Okay. Yeah, live in everything.
You live in West
Yeah.
Palm
Yeah, he had the
Beach.
best place. He's rich.
Oh man, no. Oh no, I haven't. Someday, you know.
Yeah, man, with those cars you're gonna get there.
Yep.
You're just working and you know, working to get there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Thanks again.
Yeah, it's crazy how Damien's like the U-Ship guy and
I
Deja's
know,
like
right?
great. That's wild.
Well, learn all this stuff from
Calvin.
RBBS. Yep, Mr. Calvin. And I say all my situations like, man, should I call Calvin?
Right?
Calvin when I just started, and he'll tell you. I said, Calvin, what should I do? And he just tell me what to do. I take it from there until everything just comes natural now. When these carriers start acting crazy or
No, yeah, luckily he is accessible like to that.
And again, on U-Ship, you will have these customers that's very annoying. They'll call you and message you every day, hey, when is the car going to get picked up? I was like, oh man. But,
No, yeah, right. I feel like I was already expecting that.
Yeah.
I would kind of just tell them that I base my business like on transparency, or I think just on like communication.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm expecting that
Yeah,
now.
because you have some that post their car that, they posted, picked up on the 11th, between the 11th and the 13th. It's like, geez, how's that going to happen?
Right.
Sometimes you have hotshot guys that are there to pick it up, or you just simply say, hey, listen, I'll try to get the vehicle moved, within your time frame.
Yeah, I
But
feel
I
like
cannot
the
guarantee
customers,
that
they
it
really do
will.
kind of have like an
Yes, they do.
unrealistic time frame,
Yes,
you
they
know?
do. So I'm glad for the ones that said pick up and delivery is flexible. I
Right?
said
Oh my
yes.
God.
Said yes. You know, but some of these customers, they are, especially the vehicle that are picking up from the auctions, those are the ones I'm worried about. I have one right now because, you know, once you have a car from the auction, once you pay for that car, you have a certain amount of time to pick it up. Else they're going to start charging you fees, you know, every day once
Oh,
it
the
passed the
customers
pickup date.
are?
Yeah, the auction charge the customer fees
Oh,
for a
okay.
certain amount of
No,
date the
yeah, and
car is
I
sitting
guess
there.
storage fees too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
it is situational, but it's like I feel like a lot of customers should already know that coming in,
Yeah.
but it is situational. And I don't know, Beauty, if you're listening, but like I said before, you don't have to use Central Dispatch, but if you're gonna be paying, because there are other load boards, and like I don't know how they work. I've only used Central, but to get your money's worth for paying for a load board, post a car on Central Dispatch is your best bet because they have the most carriers out of any other load board from my knowledge. To answer Beauty's question.
Yeah, and to, you know, you have to, unless you do your research and try to get carriers who run different lanes and, you know, have their contact number, you just use UShip, and once you win a bid, you know that okay, you have a carrier who is signed up with you, or you have his contact number that always run that lane. So that's another way to do it. But Central Dispatch is just the place where all carriers post their truck or whatever the case is that that look for loads. Some carriers, they may not post their truck on Central Dispatch, but they have access, so they see where the cars are going.
Facts. No, no problem, Beauty.
You guys, thank you.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, I have had to call Calvin in some like emergency situations too. So I definitely feel where you're coming from, Darren. We need to get him a beeper or a walkie-talkie or something, so
Beeper.
he can like
Calvin,
let him know.
let me
Yes,
see how.
it's an emergency. Like 911, I need you. Stat code red.
Let me see how how do I go on UShip from here? See, I'm new to the video the Zoom here. How to
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what
website.
screen are we looking at? Is that yours, Damien, or is that Calvin?
Yes, yes, that's my screen that I got from Mr. Butler, but I guess we didn't have enough time to show me how to go on a website. I don't know if Deja know how to, where she can guide me through it. Deja,
What you saying?
try to put up a website.
Oh, share your screen. You trying to
Well,
share
the
your
screen
screen?
is sharing.
Uh-huh. Hold on, let me see. So yeah, you should just be able to go into like the search bar or something and then type it in. Or are you not able to see your search bar?
I'm seeing this. I'm seeing like no, I'm not seeing my search
Okay,
bar.
you're seeing this black box where it's saying like Zoom stuff, like
Yeah.
record and like the volume and stuff. Okay, take that box and drag it all the way down to the bottom.
No, I don't see any black box. The only thing I've seen is invite manage participant, share
Yeah.
screen, chat.
So take that whole thing and try to drag it down to the bottom.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, it won't move.
Oh.
Okay,
Okay, yeah, because that happened to me before and I just moved it because it's blocking your
Yeah, I'm trying to move it, but
Yeah, for us, it doesn't show that.
yeah.
yeah, so I'm stuck on the
Have you tried
backdrop.
tried doing the control alt and delete and see your task manager. Maybe that'll window the screen.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that because that might kick him out.
Kick us off.
Yeah.
No, that,
Don't do that.
I just resort to that every time.
That's like abort mission. Like you don't want to do that when you
Oh.
try to see if you can. Oh, what did you
It's
just do?
working.
Something happened. There you go.
I think I'm getting some hand here.
Oh, somebody God just came in and saved you, huh?
Yeah.
So Kevin must be listening.
Yep.
He's spying on us.
Yeah, because I don't have any control. I can't drop that box down where I could go online. So any of you guys have a state where we could check for a bid on your ship?
Okay.
Billy.
Okay, see what I do. My strategy, I try to sometimes it's a little tricky. So what I try to do, I just try to put Florida or like just like a random place first, and then do United States, and then take out Florida, and then it'll show you like all the United States posts. So I don't know. That's just what I do. But
Yeah,
maybe I should try to go regional.
Yeah, what that does, I guess it shows you too much.
Yeah, and they have to go to categories and put in the truck and like, yeah.
So I use different ones. I'll use Florida, then I'll use Georgia, Texas, California. Then I'll see where those cars are going. So you see on the left here where he puts Florida, United States.
Yeah.
And down here is where categories, you have vehicle and boat, cars and light trucks. You always want to select that. But that's what you're looking for, the light trucks.
Now see, from my knowledge, I think what in the motorcycles too. So the guys with the 9-car trailers, I seen I was right next to one. I was helping the guy out unloading a motorcycle.
Yeah, I've seen it too. I have a customer who asked me as well. Since I just started,
you're just sticking to what works.
I kind of stay. Yeah, I just stick to what works. I said for now until I get into it. But there's one right here for $2,800 from
now,
Florida
see,
to
I get
California.
skipped out with those type of miles. That's almost 3,000 miles. But I guess I probably shouldn't be too worried about that. That is what you're saying.
Nah, you don't have to. Nah, and here's one right here: five vehicle, go 170 miles.
5 vehicles, yeah, that
You
looks good.
Pay $1,900. So you have a lot in here. You just go through there and just pick and choose which one you want. There's another one there coming out of Jacksonville going to California for $1,900, and that's only 2 cars. So as I say, just getting started. We want to bid on the cars that's paying $1,800, but because I start getting into the know how everything works, I bid on cars that's paying less. I bid on a car for $500, and I got it picked up already. Here's another one here that's pretty good, leaving Miami, going to.
Now, how would you bid on that one
going
going 8,000 miles?
Nah, I would stay away from that because I can get that one going out of the country.
Right, yeah.
Hey, I'm not sure where that is, but I can guarantee. Well, yeah, probably. Yeah. So yeah, that one I would stay away from. I don't mess with those.
Saudi Arabia or something.
Yeah, one of those places. And I see those a lot, and I just stay away from them. I see the Canadian one as well. I think I'm gonna start bidding on those whenever I contact any carriers. I'll contact carriers. I won't bid on the Canada runs until I find direct dedicated carrier who run that lane. Once you're on U-ship, if you notice, you don't see a lot of bids on the cars that's going to Canada. Here's another one here leaving out of Miami going to California. 2 cars paying $1,800, and those red means the bid is going to expire in 14
I'm about to
hours.
ask you about the expiration. Okay, so what's the?
So it's either the customer have to choose one of the bids, or he or she may release the shipment if the price is not good enough for them.
Okay.
And you can also watch the product, see Miami to California. You could watch it. You could watch it and see how the bids are going and so forth. And here's what it's paying right here: $1,800, going 2,748 miles, and it's 2 vehicle. Mercedes 2000, Mercedes two of them, and a 2018 Cadillac. And they are the bid. I may say some of these guys don't like me.
Yeah. No, Damon, go back up.
Mm-hmm.
Go back up like a little bit. Right there, the templates
Yes.
guys. That sucker right there.
I don't think he like me.
He doesn't like me either, bro. He keeps trying to outbid me. Like,
yeah. Yeah, but it's a part of the business. You just start once you're new, so they want to keep it that way, because they want to keep all the money for themselves. But I don't know. You don't see my name here, so I probably didn't bid on it or just posted. All day I've just been dealing with try to get cars moved.
So Damien, like, is it the carrier responsibility to check the vehicle before it gets put on the
yes,
car carrier?
Yes, it is the carrier to do their. Most of the time, they have their own little sheet that they fill out to do their inspection sheet.
Okay.
So yes, it's their responsibility. You don't really have too much responsibility than just you're the middleman, try to communicate the shipment and make sure everything's all right, make sure the carrier get paid. So too much don't really fall on you too much, but yes, the carrier responsible for the shipment. And in my contract, I also stated that any damages to the vehicle, the customer will be I would forward all the carrier insurance information to but the customer still has to pay for the shipment.
Right.
So that is also stated in my contract. But you can see here, it's thousands of vehicle posted day out and in. All different types. Georgia to is that Arizona, 1,800 miles. It's a Kia, paying $727.
Damon, so when the carrier books the load with you on a central dispatch, are they sending over the information like they would do a freight broker? A certificate of insurance, W9 MC number, stuff like that.
No, how it works on central. Once you the carrier send you his information. What the carrier does, he'll send you let's say top notch transport. They'll send the information to you and send where their business is out of. So they'll send top-notch transportation out of California. So once you go on Central Dispatch, you search for that name, and you'll see his company name and everything there. So once you click on it, everything will pop up. His MC number is then you're responsible for checking to make sure this carrier insurance is up to date.
Okay. So in an instance where like the carrier damages the customer's property or whatever.
Yeah, because they want to make sure that the carrier insurance is active. And UShip here, see, and all this information is on here, because you can go on UShip and look all of this up without have to sign up. It'll, give you a brief breakdown how everything works as a carrier, as a broker, as a dealer, fleet, and so forth. It breaks down everything to you. You can just go on there and just look it up and see how it works. Import, export, I stay away from that. I don't get into that as yet. I had someone call me actually about it, and I told him, no, I don't mess with the import, export stuff. And I haven't do a lot of marketing with my website yet, and I'm getting calls. I don't know where these people see my website. Are you guys still on?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. See, now when we're signing up, you see here, I need to ship a vehicle. I'm an auto transport broker. I'm a carrier. So now we would sign up on a dealers and shippers. For the guys who haven't signed up as yet, and you do get a month free, 30 days, and there are videos there that give you a little information of how Central Dispatch works.
Oh, you get 30 days before you got to pay that fee? No. Oh,
Yeah, trust me. I made a couple bookings with that with that free membership for the 30 days. Yeah, so once you go on it, it'll give you. You watch the videos, and the videos, they're pretty short. Here and on Central Dispatch, you have a way where you could check once you post in a vehicle, you have a price check. Once you click on price check, it'll tell you, what that lane been paying for the last couple of weeks, or what carrier have been getting paid for the last couple of weeks to run that exact lane. You can also have Central Dispatch on your phone. And that's the good thing about both Hit and UShip. You could be on the road and doing all your work.
Right.
Yeah, so just go on. You guys could go on Central Dispatch and watch the videos and see how it works. It's free to do that. You don't have to sign up anything to do that. Also, you can also sign up on UShip and just to check it out. I mean, you don't have to pay for it. It's not
free, right?
And yeah, UShip is free. You only get charged when you only when you win a bid.
We just get familiar with it in the meantime.
Yeah, just get familiar with it. See how you do your searches. I had UShip for like 3 months. I've just been messing around with it until I got on Central Dispatch.
That's a good deal.
Yeah. They only charge you once you win a bid. You guys see the load here, Georgia, Kansas City. It's 800 miles, paying $300. I mean, I wouldn't bid on that. I would let it go. because there wouldn't be enough money to pay the carrier and pay yourself, because you're really looking for the carrier who's traveling in that route.
Yeah.
Anyone have another state you want to look at? All right. All right, we'll go with Texas. So on the Texas, you know, you have a lot of guys that run Texas on the lower part of the United States, Texas, you know, Mississippi, Georgia. Did someone have a question?
I think that was just background noise.
Okay. And here's a very good one right here. Texas to California paying $2,300, and it only has one bid on it. Not sure why, but and see, they have, you see, as you can see right here, picks up April, between April. Yeah, so just go ahead and sign up on UShip and just play around with it, put in different states. So as you can see, you have your Texas, and it show you different state where the cars are going to. Montana is a very good one right there. Going to Montana, I may need to look into that one because I have a carrier that run that lane. If I didn't bid on it as yet. And again, you just always want to make sure that, you know, the vehicle is running, because the carriers that's traveling, they don't want to go through that headache of dealing with forklift and all of that craziness. So you have so many bookings. All of us couldn't handle all these bookings. Very good one here as well. And you can also find loads for, I think it was Andre earlier, who want to stay within his state. You probably could find loads here on UShip as well. See, so all of these loads with the red, I think it's a red check. They're you know, they will expire soon. So it's either the customer have to accept a bid and, you know, move on or relist their vehicle.
Yeah, right now I got to stay in the state of Georgia. I have my my IRP permit to go out of state. So right now I'm just kind of confined to Georgia.
Okay. And here's a very good one right here. Texas going to Maine, 94 Dodge Viper. That's what, one bid. So now you could just go there and almost cut that in half.
Yep.
And I can guarantee you it's a Viper. So more than likely this guy want to indoor enclosed transport.
Yep.
And there's this pickup time between the 21st to the 26th. That's his pickup time. And deliveries between the 27th to the April 6th.
That's a juicy one right
juicy
there.
one.
Mm-hmm.
That you want to get the vehicle specs. Sometimes they list the vehicle specs on there, and sometimes you just have to ask the customer. Just look for it to say modified. But once you click on it, then it'll tell you if the vehicle is modified or not.
Okay, if it's modified, we should stay away from it. I mean, it like got some stuff on it. It's not like factory standard.
No, you don't have to stay away from it, because modified could be anything. They could put a spoiler on there. It could be wider, you know.
Okay, I see what you mean.
That's wider. It could be lowered. So that's what the modification is. See,
you just want to make sure of what the modification is.
So the carrier knows.
Right. All right.
Now, do they submit their registration with the vehicle or no? Like the VIN number? Stuff?
No, they don't. Only time sometimes carriers they request it when they're picking up at an auction. Yeah, because once you're picking a vehicle up at the auction, then the customer, if the customer don't know, you can ask the customer. Because once posting it on UShip, I mean on Central Dispatch, you have the option to put the lot number, the lot number, and the sale ID number, which the customer would have that.
Okay. What about if the vehicle is tagless?
But it don't have to be tagged because it's not
Okay.
driven.
Just asking.
Yeah, it's not going to be driven. Yeah, so you don't really need tags on it.
You have to get gate passes for the auction. Like if they pick up after hours or something like that.
I'm not quite sure how that work as far as picking up after hours. Most of the times you'll have a contact number for the auction, or a specific person, contact person. So the driver will always call to see what is the pickup time and so forth. Or you could probably do that yourself to relate that information to the carrier. But most of the time, the carriers are the one that call to see, when it's pickup time.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I guess every auction works differently, where you probably can go in after hours. So see, there's a lot of cars on here. We have cars for days to choose from. You'll sit on the computer night and day just searching for cars. Because there's so much, and some.
So Damien out here hustling out
Yeah,
today.
man, listen, I'm driving on the road. I stop at the stoplight.
They think you texting you or you shit.
They texting me. Sometimes I get them horns. Burp. Okay. Yeah. Every little time I get.
Do you have an affiliate link?
With who?
Central Dispatch.
No, I don't think so.
Or
I have to look into it. No, I don't know if they do affiliate links.
Okay.
I'm not sure they do. I just have an affiliate link through a broker.
Factoring?
Not a broker, sorry.
Yeah.
A factoring. Yeah. I only have one affiliate link. See, there's tons of cars on here from different state, whatever states you're in. And and again, whatever states you're in, you could try to find carriers that's in that state, and you could build a relationship. Go to the back office and look into what's that back office, if someone could remind me. We go to find other carriers. No, not on Truckers
the
Path.
auto carrier.
Quick transport.
Oh,
Quick transport.
Quick transport.
Yes. And here's a free auto transport directory, movecars.com. So there's so much things you could look into for the movements of car and how to get
and
cars.
If you keep giving good deals to the carriers, they know shit. They're gonna
ask you to sign up, and they're gonna always call us. They're gonna always call and say, "Hey, I'm gonna be here next week."
Yeah.
I have a carrier right now. I know he runs from California down to Oklahoma every Thursday. He get a full load, so I know not to find anything for this carrier on Thursdays.
Right.
So now he's going up to Oklahoma. I'm waiting for a call from him tomorrow to pick a vehicle up, going up back to Texas.
Beauty, UShip is free. So I don't know if you want to get to it now, Damien, but she asked if we can check Louisiana, but I mean, it's free for anyone to pay for each ship. They
Yeah,
just take
whenever
their
you
fee
win the
from your
bid.
money that you win. Exactly.
So here on quick transport, once you look up, you could go to each state right here. You have all these states right here. Go on auto transport and you click on it, and all the carriers will pop up within that state. So you could just go ahead and call them. See, all these carriers right here. All these guys are auto carriers. So you can call them and ask, tell them what you do, and just ask them the lane that they run.
Mm-hmm.
Once they tell you the lane that they run, you go on your ship and you start looking for cars. Okay, I know so and so run this lane. I'm gonna see if I can find cars that run in this lane, and you bid on it. So what I did the other day, I couldn't get a car to move. One that way up in the bushes, and I look up auto transport company that's in that area, and I call this one guy, and the amount of money he tell me to move the car was like Jesus, and that's 2 days ago. And I said, okay, man, I'll call you back. And see, I received a call today with someone in that area who's gonna have picking up a car, and I get that vehicle moved. So sometimes you just have to be patient. And relax. That's why I say talk to these customers, let them know, you cannot always guarantee you a pickup date. But you'll try your best to get that vehicle moved within his or her time frame.
Okay.
Calvin chilling like a thief in the night right now.
All right, so I guess we're gonna start wrapping it up.
It's getting late.
Yeah, so I guess you guys, you could inbox me on Facebook, if you have any questions where I can answer it for you. I'm always here to help whichever way I can.
Good deal, Darren. Good job, man.
Yes,
Thanks.
sir.
All right, no problem, man. So I guess good night, everyone, and sorry for the guys on Facebook and the other groups that had any questions. I guess we will see you guys tomorrow with Calvin Butler. So you guys have a good night.
All right. Good night, everybody. Peace.
All right, good night.
Good
Hey,
night.
Yes, sir.
hey, Damon, you still there? Hey, what was the gentleman's name that said he was a hotshot driver? I want to talk to him about something.
I have his number. I forgot his name, but I have his number. I'll get that.
Okay, all right. Give me a call when you can, and I'll lock you in my
All right.
phone.
So you guys have a good night.
Okay, have a good one.
All right.
All right, peace out, y'all.
All right, man.